So this is demo that we put together and for Mobile Congress this year. So it's a 60 generations extended reality audio experience where two different type of audio standards that are quite new are now used. So first of all, we do have MPI, immersive audio, that enables this type of, let's say, moving in the audio scene, virtual scenes. And then we do have a VGPP standard called BIOS, which is immersive voice and audio services. That's a new codec for spatial audio. So those two are now combined in this one demo where you can actually move in a space, experience spatial audio around you, just like you would experience that in a real rooms when you walk around. You hear sound here and there, hear them in different direction and distances. You experience the reverberation of the room and acoustics and those kinds of things. And furthermore, the audio, this voice call is made through the BGBP IMS system, which is IP-based multi-video subsystem. So that's also a standard. So this is kind of a many standards used, and it's kind of showcase of technology where collaboration and standardization is kind of creating something that Nokia is not the only one there, but it's a collaboration between many companies. We have collaborated over many years, put together great technologies, inventing new things, and then come up with standards that are designed to scale.
All right. So I would say that this technology would benefit both consumers and businesses, although good to realize that this is not the final product or solution, but it's kind of I consider this a foundation for new experiences. But for consumers, new ways to communicate will kind of bring completely new type of experiences for just normal calls, but then different kind of extended reality experiences when you are actually able to be in a discussion with one or multiple people and feeling that they are kind of close to you, next to you, just like in real life. For businesses, you could consider, for example, group meetings, conversational in remote negotiations, having people in a one room, then splitting to multiple rooms and having separate conversations like that, like in a real life. Then there are plenty of like mission critical things. Think about you need in some use cases really know what's happening on the other side, who is talking where, so that you can kind of timely react and do right decisions. So there are many these type of use cases that can be also be enabled for businesses with this technology. Well, I think this is actually a very good example of evolution. So all these technologies that are used here, they are actually result of years of development, both in collaboration with other industry players in standardization, but then also we, of course, everybody want to solve the complex problems ourselves, and those are based on the experiences, and it actually takes quite a long time to get from the ideas from actually solutions that are then interoperable, can be standardized, and everybody can agree on those. And on Nokia side, we've been developing technologies for mobile standards since 2G up to 5G, and now we are working on the 6G technologies, including the immersive multimedia like this one. So those ideas that you are now seeing here, they were actually started to kind of develop already a long time ago. So road from the kind of idea to ready solution in the market can be actually very long, but it's kind of depending on the active collaboration also in the standardization body, for example, especially for the interoperability.
So tell me a little bit about how these different technologies actually reach the market. They leave the standards development organization in the lab and they end up in people's homes and offices.
Well, I would say that the keyword is standards. Everything starts by developing technologies that actually can be agreed upon by many companies. Then you create those technologies together, you agree on them, and then they are kind of ready to be scaled to the market. And very essential part of the whole thing is that those inventions that are made and kind of built into the standards, they can be licensed then to other companies. So it's not any of these companies alone that could build the whole ecosystem, but when some companies innovate, they join the standardization, they contribute their innovation, they declare their inventions or the patent families to the standards, then those can be licensed to the whole ecosystem, so that those who have not been that active in developing or innovating, they also can build their solution based on these technologies that others have developed. And this is the way how the new technologies are eventually rolled to the market widely and globally. Yeah, it's actually quite essential that inventions are protected by patents, because that enables that companies who innovate, they can protect their innovation, but also the investment they have been putting for the development. So when you have a patent, you kind of have protected that, and then that gives you the possibility then to license those inventions for others also to benefit. But essential is also that then the fees that this company can collect from licensing, they can then enable that the continuous innovation moves forward. So the next generation can be then funded by the patents and the licensing of those patents then.
So how do the patents fit in the context of standards?
All right. So, well, when we innovate, we do patent these inventions. And not only Nokia, but everybody who is basically developing these technologies and contributing, for example, these standards. And Nokia, we hold one of the broadest and most valuable patent portfolio in the mobile industry. So we have thousands of patent families that are declared essential for mobile standards. And that's what everybody is basically doing. And this is the way to then fund also the further research. When we patent, we protect that investment, and we get them funded when we do license those patents to others. We get funding for the next round of innovation. So that's very essential part of kind of building this ecosystem and enabling that the innovativeness and the collaboration and standards, they actually move forward.
So how would we develop this kind of technologies without it?
Well, to be honest, I think you couldn't, at least not in a global reach. So, for example, Nokia, we've been putting since year 2000 roughly 150 billion euros for research and development, and just in the recent single year 4.3 billion. So you kind of need some sort of a return for that sort of investment. So by patenting, you can get into this type of virtual cycle of innovation where you can those protected inventions, you can put those to the standard and contribute, you can license those, then you can fund your next generation of innovation. So it's this type of positive cycle that drives the industry forward, promotes interoperability with other companies in the markets, and enables that they can also thrive, not only us. So that without this type of patenting, standardizing, licensing cycle, companies would be just develop proprietary solutions that would stay in their labs. They would be more kind of short-term focused, and this type of interoperability would definitely take hit.